He's the one drinking beer. I'm drinking water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game.
You're tripping.
How you high? No,
Greatest fucking Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in that front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Her.
What the fuck?
Her upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches in the
He's the one drinking beer. I'm drinking water.
2 touchdowns a game?
Yes, in the game.
You're tripping.
How you high? No,
Greatest fucking Super Bowl time.
I don't know what we're doing in that front office, man.
Twiddling our fucking dick.
Ryan, I just need you to drink this.
Wide receiver trivia. That's what she said.
Her.
What the fuck?
Her upset.
Are those crutches?
You can see Ryan's crutches in the What is going on, folks? Welcome back to another Thursday night recap. I am your co-host, Jalen Brown.
Other great co-host, Junebug Spade.
And rolling out of the 253 like an M1A1 fucking tank to blow this show out of the motherfucking water. It is G Money.
We're never gonna get a sponsorship.
I want to know what responsibilities Gary is not attending to at his job. When he sits down and spends however long to come up with those, man.
Usually I come up with those when I get home and I'm working out, but I didn't work out today. So I just came up with that just now.
Freestyle.
Good. I could just see you though in your office with a bunch of post-its. No, that's not him. Maybe if I use and I put this together. They're good though, man. I love those intros.
He's undefeated with those. Gentlemen, we are joined here for another Thursday night game. We had the Jets and Patriots tonight. Final score was 27-14 Patriots. And this, for the first half of the game, was pretty entertaining, I would say. Second half, it started to get a little bit one-sided, but I would say overall, it was not a bad game. Let's get to the numbers here. Let's check out on the winning side. Drake May, 25 of 34, 281 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. G-Money, let's start with you here. What did you think of Drake May's performance tonight?
I liked it. He's coming along well. And I know that Malin and I had talked about this during the game about Josh Downs and being the OC and how he's brought quarterbacks along. He may be a crappy head coach. Denver and the Raiders weren't good for him, but as an OC, he's damn good. And he puts Drake May in positions where he's not going to fail. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing you're seeing what the Patriots saw in him 2 years ago when they drafted him. He's got something. But no, now I will preface this with, was he really, really good? Or is the Jets defense just not good at all after trading away DBs and D linemen? But he looked good. He did. And it's going to be interesting to watch him play against a really good defense. That will be that'll be the test for him. You put him up against a really good defense. Let's see how he does. If he throws 280, 290 yards and 2 touchdowns and no picks, damn. I know there are some New England fans that are talking MVP for him. That's way too soon. But he's good. His performance tonight was really good. It was what you wanted from him. No turnovers. He was precise with his passes. And you know, what else can you ask from your quarterback?
On the other side of the ball here, we had the Jets' Justin Fields, who he was 15 for 26, 116 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. June, what did you think of Justin Fields' performance tonight?
Justin Fields is not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Mm.
He is not a long-term starter. You know what's so funny? At the beginning of the game, Kirk Herbstreit was talking about. I felt so bad because if you watch the beginning of the game, you listen to Herbstreit and Michaels talk. They was talking about all the draft picks that the Jets were getting, and they basically wasn't even talking about Justin Fields being there. Matter of fact, somebody mentioned something about Kirk Cousins. I think one of them said something to go out and get a Kirk Cousins next year. So they already writing Justin Fields off. And that fumble, that's classic. The game is on the line. Matter of fact, the game was 24-14 at the time. You trying to drive to kind of put the game back within 3, and lo and behold, Justin Fields fumbled the ball. It's just his MO. That's what he does. He blows the game in the most inopportune times.
Damn.
You know.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. I mean, he's a backup. But he maybe he can turn it around after he sits on the bench. He can be like who sat the bench for a few years? Oh, Seattle's quarterback.
Sam Darnold,
Geno Smith.
Geno
Yeah,
Smith.
he can be Geno in the next 10 years. Next 7 or 8 years. He can go sit behind somebody and then maybe come back and have one good season or something like that. But right now, and the thing is, he's never had a OC and a quarterback's coach. That's his number one problem, and he doesn't have one with the Jets.
Justin Fields is destined to be a poor man's Tyrod Taylor. And that's saying something if you're going to be a poor man Tyrod Taylor. You're not even Tyrod Taylor. They don't even need to puncture your lung with a needle for your career to be done. He's just stabbing it and killing it himself. 48 fumbles since 2021. He's averaging damn near 10 fumbles a year, and this season's only halfway over. And he only started, 4 or 5 games last year, 6 games last year?
Mm-hmm.
And he got 48 fumbles? Jesus Christ. G-Money, I will let you know, though, if you look at MGM online, you want to talk about MVP, Drake May has the second highest odds right now on BetMGM. It's Matthew Stafford at plus 250, Drake May at plus 260, and then it goes Mahomes at plus 500.
Wow.
That's crazy.
They are hyping this man up. There is a belief.
I'm going to stay on the Jets here for a second. As far as their running game goes, and I'm going to go to you, Malin, on this one. Breece Hall, 14 carries, 58 yards. He was averaging just over 4 yards a carry. What did you think about their running game tonight, seeing that we just kind of got on Justin Fields?
What running game are we talking about? There isn't a running game.
Lack thereof.
You don't have a running game when you're only running the ball 14 times. And let's be honest, the game didn't get away from them until the fourth quarter. I don't remember what score was going into the fourth. The Jets scored that one touchdown. We can talk about Craig Woodson later. But the fact that Drake May is completing balls to wide receivers with no one 8 yards around him. You're not stopping that offense really right now. And the only thing you got going for you is your running game with the Jets. The Patriots don't have the best run defense in the league. They don't even really have a great defense. And that was one of the other things I was going to talk about is like the Jets defense is letting teams stay in these games later than I think they should. Like at some point, like the Patriots going to have to blow somebody out, but that defense isn't allowing them to do that. Like the fact that the Jets were still in it at one point, like they were only like 10 points down in the fourth quarter, but only 14 carries. I mean, like you said, he was averaging over 4.5 yards a pop. Keep giving him the ball. I mean, he wanted out. He's the only person you didn't trade away or put on IR. He's got to be walking around the locker room like, what the fuck, man? I actually wanted out of here, and I'm still here. Like, you might as well run him into the ground and make it interesting. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he had some flashes that he could have been building into something, and Hall is one of those runners that he gets better the more touches he gets, and then he'll break one open, but the Jets don't seem to either A, understand it, or B, care about it. And they put the hands in Justin Fields, and they were running. Like how many times did Justin Fields run the damn ball tonight?
Was it 16 times, I think?
Justin Fields ran the ball 11
I
times.
want to say, no, I don't think they were all designed runs, but I think 16 times.
So, I mean, your quarterback should not be running the football, especially Justin Fields. Like, he shouldn't be running the football as much as your number one running back. And that this offense is just inept. They don't trust Justin Fields. They're not throwing the ball down the field because he can't throw the ball down the field. Every time he threw the ball down the field, I was like, it should probably be intentional grounding because I don't see anybody in the vicinity of where the fuck he's throwing the ball. But yeah, they're Hall is being held hostage by the Jets. I think he could be a Pro Bowl running back someplace else that could use him, use his skill set better. But the Jets aren't going to do that.
Yeah, the Jets, I mean, there's really nothing to like about their offense. Their running game is all kinds of imbalanced. And then on the receiving side of their offense, I mean, my goodness, there's really nothing to like over there. A bunch of dudes I really am not familiar with.
Mechie's the only one I know.
Yes, and he was able to score a touchdown.
Because of Craig Woodson.
Yes. Yeah. Due to a mistake on defense, he was able to score a touchdown.
Man, just down, man. That was funny shit.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on going backward to the Patriots here? Any thoughts? I mean, like you said, there was a lot of big holes that Drake May was thrown into. I mean, they were just every receiver was 5 yards away from the nearest defender tonight. It seemed like when they caught the ball. Has this given you any more faith though in the receiving core that New England has? June.
I mean, Diggs 9 catches for 105 yards tonight, and he had 2 drops in the game that was down the field. Just think if he would have caught those 2. You know what I mean? Because the game would have been over in the first half. If he would have caught those 2 big down the field passes in the first half, game over. They score on both of those drives. And it would have been 28-7 at the half.
I still think they need another wideout, though, man.
They do need another wideout, but Diggs right now is carrying the load. I think the tight end is picking it up. You saw them throw the ball to Henderson, too. And they started getting him more touches. He was 19 rushes for 62 yards. The offense is doing good. Yes, Josh McDaniels is a good offensive coordinator. He'll never be a head coach again. He's got that North Turner in him. You know what I mean? North Turner.
Where? Where was Booty tonight? Did he not play?
He's hurt. No, Booty's on the IR. Trust me, I know because I got him on my fantasy football team.
Okay, he's trying
He's
to
hurt.
or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Josh McDaniels knows what to do with this kid at quarterback, and he's got a good one. He's got a good one, and they get to learn, and they're going to have a lot of patience. And you know what? Uh, the head coach over there, guess what he gets? Guess what Vrabel gets to do? Keep his hands off of it. He don't have to say nothing to the offense. He don't. He that's the last thing that he has to worry about is the offense. So he just has to worry about his defense, fixing a couple of holes on there, and I think this team will be just fine.
You know, one thing I think of with the New England wide receiver core, Jalen, and I don't know a whole lot about Polk's injury, and they shipped him off to New England, but I still think that if he's able to come back next year and be healthy, I think he could have been a really good addition to that New England wide receiver room. He was a hell of a wide receiver with Michael Penix. I still don't know why they traded him away. I knew he wasn't. We all knew he wasn't going to play this year, but I don't think they really got much back for him. Anyways, I don't remember what the trade was, but they still need They still need another wide receiver.
Yeah.
I don't like how they're so heavy with
Diggs and Hunter.
Henry.
I mean, yeah. So you're two. Your number one receiver is Diggs. Your second your second option is your tight end Hunter Henry, and after that, I mean, what Mac Hollins, and now I'm at a loss of who else you have at wide receiver. And injuries have hurt.
Yeah.
And guys didn't make a trade at the deadline for a wide receiver. So I've got to assume that the Patriots feel good with their receiving core and didn't think they needed to add to it. I just wonder, though, when you get into the playoffs, which unless you implode, you definitely should. If you're just going to be heavy Diggs and heavy Hunter Henry, you run into some defenses that'll shut you down.
Because there's two ways to think about it when you have a wide receiver that you're targeting so heavy. Because I feel a little bit of a hypocrite, Jalen, talking about targeting Diggs so much when I'm a Seattle fan and Smith and Jigma's getting all these balls. But they've even come out and said that they're trying to game plan other wide receivers, but Sam Darnold's dropping back and looking at just JSN just being open all the time. And so he's throwing him the ball. And so I guess it comes down to two ways. One is Diggs just always so wide open that it's easy for May to throw his way? Or is Drake May still being a young quarterback and Diggs is the only one he trusts and he's not doing his other reads? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if it's the first option where he's like, hey, he's just always open, so I'm just always going to throw him the ball, then that's one thing. But yeah, G Money's right that when you get into the playoffs, everything gets tighter in the playoffs. So I'd like to see them spread it around just a little bit more.
Right. I think also too, it could be a lot of McDaniel too, telling him because he is a young quarterback. To get the ball to Diggs. You know what I mean? It could be that way too. You know, he could be saying, get comfortable with doing this, and then he'll start backing off. But I think it's a combination of what you said, all three of it, all of it. Malin, young quarterback, he feels comfortable with Diggs, and probably got an OC that's saying feed Diggs. So you know, it could all be that all together for that too.
Probably. I agree. Looking ahead, schedule-wise to we kind of talked about this for the Patriots yesterday, so I'm not going to go there. But for the Jets, We did not talk about them yesterday. Their next 4 games, they've got Baltimore next, Atlanta, Miami, and Jacksonville.
Ooh.
Well, we don't know what Atlanta team's gonna show up, so that could be their win. That could be a win for the Jets.
Maybe, but then
It's a coin
again,
toss.
I'm not seeing. You're just not seeing a lot on the offensive side for the Jets,
Yeah.
and it does surprise me the defense is playing as well as it is, since you traded away 2 DBs. One was a Pro Bowler and a Pro Bowler D lineman. That they're playing as well as they are, but I just tend to think that the Jets are planning on losing the next 4 games.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, get
they're
a
gonna lose
top
the next
3
4. They might
pick
just
in the
lose
draft. Plus, you got what? 2 number 1s and 2 number 2s this year, and 3 number 1s next year. They could draft a quarterback this year if they wanted to. If maybe, I think Arch Manning's coming out. I don't think Justin Sand's coming out either, because he's wasn't he like a redshirt sophomore or something? So then you got stuck with some other quarterbacks that.
I think the only quarterback that they're really talking about that might be a sure thing to come out is the Indiana quarterback. What's his name? Swanson?
Oh, Mendoza?
Or Mendoza. Yeah, Mendoza.
Yeah.
Mendoza might be the only sure thing come out. But then you're going to have to get the number 1 spot to get him.
Right.
They may well. I mean,
not necessarily, because like Tennessee doesn't need a quarterback. They may be the number 1 pick, so they won't need a quarterback right now. Now New Orleans, yes. Now if they have to get behind New Orleans, that's a possibility that they will go after the kid from Indiana. Kellen Moore being a quarterback, he could go after the quarterback next year.
The only way and I don't know why teams do this, but the only way they should draft a quarterback this year, Jalen, is if they are really sold on Aaron Glenn being their head coach for like the next 5 years. Because these teams that draft a quarterback when they have a lame duck coach for a year or two is always a recipe for disaster. The Bears did it for several years with several quarterbacks. The Jets have done the same thing. I mean, hell, the Giants have done the same things with Daniel Jones, and now with Jackson Dart. I mean, Dable had Dart and Scadaboo running crazy in the CTE because he's trying to save his job. And the Jets are going to end up doing the same damn thing. Like, don't draft a quarterback and pay all that money if your organization isn't set up to develop that quarterback. Like, Drake May would not be Drake May if he was drafted by the Jets.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, he was drafted into a good fit with the Patriots, with the head coaching staff and the coordinators and the team around him. If the Jets draft a quarterback this year and they roll out the same front office, same head coach, same coordinator, same people on this, that quarterback's not going to succeed. Yeah. It's just a dysfunction beyond dysfunction. But Jalen, I can see them losing every game for the rest of the season. The only thing that gives me cause to pause, because you were talking about those last 4, I would venture to say, and this is the anomaly, right? Cleveland's defense is better than Baltimore's, Atlanta's, Miami, and Jacksonville, and if you even want to go 5 games, New Orleans, right? Yet somehow, some way, the Jets were able to come away with a 27-20 victory over the Browns and able to put up 27 points on that Browns defense. So could they fuck around and win a game and hurt their draft stock a little bit? I think they could. But they're going to be underdogs probably every game except for the Saints going forward, because their last 2 games are against the Patriots and the Bills. So they'll be underdogs for every game except maybe New Orleans. And the NFL should just bury that game and black it out and not even tell them. Just pretend it doesn't exist and it just ends up in the paper.
They can play at Rutgers. Make them play the game at Rutgers.
Damn. Well, all right. Anything else you guys want to mention about this matchup before we get up out of here?
No, it's a tale of two different teams. You got a team that's on the rise. Yeah, the Patriots were 4-13 for 2 seasons in a row, but they found a way out of it, right? They came out of that funk. They built the team. And the Jets have been just tormented. Aaron Rodgers get there. Oh my God, the Jets are going to the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers' first game of the season, second play, Achilles gone. Not there anymore. They just been tormented. And this organization has just been cursed. And like Al Michaels, I don't know if you guys caught this. He was like, this franchise has been cursed since 1969. That's sad. The Jets fans, man. And no, usually the Jets fans have patience. I got to be the most patient fans because it's been like since 1969. So but it's a tale of two different franchises, and it's a tale of a franchise that knows how to rebuild with a franchise that has no clue how to build and rebuild. So
And I would just like to say that 3 years ago, you had all the hype in the world with Aaron Rodgers, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall. You had all these people on offense and defense, right? Everyone thought that the Jets were on the up, and everyone thought the Patriots were on the down, and the Patriots were on the down. Let's not kid ourselves. But Robert Kraft, GM, whatever, he did things that most other owners wouldn't have done, which is get rid of Belichick. And then, they fumbled around a little bit for a year with Mayo, but he made the tough decisions and the right decisions, and look where the Patriots are now. And look where the Jets are now. Like 3 years. If you would have asked 3 years ago which team would be better right now, I think most people probably would have said the Jets, given the trajectory of the two teams.
Yeah.
But, damn. It's kind of funny, though. I get a little chuckle out of it.
The craziest
Aaron
thing
Rodgers
about
running out there with the American flag. 4 plays later, done. They got Zach Wilson in there. Half the stadium were thinking about just jumping off the upper deck, thinking about ending it. It's great.
Did you know this?
Gotta love it.
The Patriots only got one team left with a winning record to play.
Damn. Hey, the best season the Jets have had in 25 years was a 9-7 record that went to the AFC Championship game. That's the best season they've had in 25. 9-7 wild card. Go to the AFC Championship game.
And butt fumble.
I think it was Bart Scott. They had just beaten the Ravens or something like that. Or he said something. I forget what he said in the interview, but then they went in next week to New England and just got their ass whooped. It
was bad, too.
I was like, all right, man. Oh, the Jets are always good for a laugh. All right, let's get out of here.
We are going to wrap this thing up, folks. We'll be back on Sunday night to do the same thing for the Eagles and Lions game, which something tells me there'll be more drama then. So stay tuned for that one. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. It is linked down in the description below. Be sure to follow June specifically on TikTok. It is also linked down below. And be sure to join our Discord. That's in the description as well. Free to join, and that's where we hang out throughout the week. So we will see you all Sunday night. Have a good weekend, and peace out.
Peace out, guys.